Okay, so this is our cat named Sally, and we're going to show you the muscles on the dorsal view, which is the back side. Okay, so the first one is the clavotrapezius, which is up here, and you can see kind of the stripes of the lines, goes on both sides. The function of this muscle is to extend the head, which goes up, and the insertion is the clavicle bone, which is the collarbone, and that goes toward the occipital bone, so it helps kind of bring, it's kind of hard, but it helps bring the arm like that, back towards the back. The acromiotrapezius is this one right here, this one right there, and then this one right here. It draws the scapula, which is the shoulder blade, to the median line, which again, it goes like this, but it, instead of going more back towards up here, it goes back towards the lower part. And the insertion is the scapula, which is the shoulder blade, and the origin is the posterior cervical and thoracic vertebrae, which it goes cervical, thoracic, lumbar, so it goes kind of towards the cervical and lumbar, towards the middle of the back. And the third one is the spinal trapezius, which is this muscle right here, and this one right here, and it draws the scapula dorsally, which is the scapula as the shoulder blade, so it draws it back again, but it draws it more back lower. Like the first one goes there, this one goes back farther, this one goes back farther. So the insertion is the scapula, shoulder blade, and the origin is the posterior thoracic vertebrae, which is the thoracic is the middle, so it brings it, kind of draws it back that way. Okay, number 4 is the latissimus dorsi, which is this one, which is a bigger muscle. It's right there on that side, and it's right here on that side. And the function of it is to pull forearms backwards, so it's more like pull it back this way instead of more that way. It's more pull back that way towards it. The insertion is the scapula, the humerus, which is up here, the arm bone. And the origin is the mid-dorsal line of the posterior thoracic and lumbar leg. So like I said, cervical is up here, thoracic, and then lumbar. So more goes towards the cervical and lumbar back there, down lower. So it goes posterior here backwards, and then it goes kind of towards more the tail. Number 5 is the clavobrachialis, which is right up here, almost right above the humerus. The function of it is to extend the head, to go up, turns ulna, so it turns the ulna like this, helps turn it, and it flexes the elbow, but I can't really flex it very good, but it kind of helps move the elbow. And the insertion is the elbow, and then the origin is the clavicle. So when you flex it, the elbow kind of goes right there. And so number 6 is the acromiodeltoid, which is this muscle right here. It's the top one, right there. The acromiodeltoid, the function of that is abducts the humerus, so bring it up. And the insertion of this is the proximal end of the humerus. Proximal end is up here, distal is down here. So, and then the origin is the scapula. So the scapula is here, so when you bring it up, the elbow goes more towards the shoulder blade. Bring it up. Okay, number 7 is the spinal deltoid, which is down here. It's the lower one. This one was the acromiodeltoid. This one's the spinal deltoid. And the function of this is that it abducts the humerus, which is pretty much the same thing as the spinal deltoid, brings it up. And so the insertion is the humerus, which is this bone right there, and the origin is the spine of the scapula. So when you abduct the humerus, you go up, which brings the humerus closer to the scapula, which is the shoulder blade. And number 8 is the triceps brachii, which is down here. This is the bicep, this is the triceps, that's how you can kind of remember it, triceps below. The function of that is extends the forelimb, so it extends the arm, which is kind of hard, but it makes it go like that. And the insertion is the ulna, which is on this side, and then the origin is the humerus or the scapula. So when you bring it down like that, the humerus kind of connects with the ulna when the arm goes like that. And that's all we have.